Judge, this is the case of the Walkers.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Mr. Walker, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Thank you, Your Honor. For the past year, I have been paying child support to my ex-wife, Jennifer. Currently, our daughter is in my mother's custody, and I'm bringing this case.
Wait. Why is your daughter in your mother's custody?
So she was initially in my custody, but before this year, I was a teacher, and I got promoted to principal. But I'm now working at a school that's on the other side of town. I wanted to make sure that my daughter stayed in the school that she's in because she has been there for the past 4 years, and I wanted to make sure that, well, she's been in that district for the past 4 years, and I wanted to keep her development because I agree with the education plan that they have there. So I took the job because it was more money and it was a better career for me. And
More money, so should you be paying more in child support then? If you're making more money?
Well, I think that I should be paying my mother the child support. Currently, I'm paying my ex-wife the child support, and I have no idea where those funds are going.
How much do you pay in child support?
$500 a month.
Okay. Continue.
And so she's in my mother's custody right now. My mother is retired. We had the conversation. We had an amicable conversation about my daughter living with my mother because she is retired. She worked for the city of Dallas for 28 years.
She worked?
Ma'am, we do not need the extra. My bailiff, Mr. A.K.A. Fuller.
The court is investigating whether a father's $500 monthly child support payments are truly being used for his child, or if his ex-wife is pocketing the money for herself. Even the judge seems unconvinced by her response, raising serious doubts. The father argues that parents receiving child support should be held accountable for how they spend it, while his ex-wife insists every dollar goes toward their daughter. However, she struggles to provide solid proof, fueling a heated courtroom battle where neither side is willing to back down. Should there be more transparency in how child support funds are managed? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you love courtroom drama, don't forget to like and subscribe.
That you're escorted out of this courtroom if you cannot control yourself. Understood?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. You may continue.
So ultimately, the main goal of this case is that I want to move the child support from my ex-wife and then start paying.
Rightfully so. There's no reason she should still be getting any type of child support payments. Ma'am, Ms. Walker, have you been reallocating these payments that you're receiving from Mr. Walker to his mother?
Yes, Your Honor. I have receipts. I have everything. I've been taking care of my child.
What type of receipts are you talking about?
Receipts for me buying her food, clothes,
Okay,
shoes.
that's called parenting. That's not child support.
Well, I'm using his money for the kid.
But the child does not live with you, correct?
Because of him.
Wait, did she seriously try to use clothing and a pool bill as proof to justify child support? That's not providing for a child. That's just a personal shopping spree. Child support is meant for essentials like food, healthcare, and education, not luxury expenses like swimming pools. And the worst part, her daughter doesn't even live with her. This is exactly what happens when there's zero accountability, and it's happening way too often. Should parents be required to show proof of how they spend child support? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're into courtroom drama, don't forget to like and subscribe.
That wasn't my question. The child does not live with you, correct?
Yes, that's correct, Judge.
Okay. Where is it that you are working right now?
Right now I am an office manager at Walker's Dentistry.
Office manager? Okay.
That's what I do, Judge. I'm an office manager right now.
Okay. And how much is it that you make a year?
Maybe about $70,000.
$70,000. Okay.
And I'm also a single mother.
Okay. Well, congratulations. There are a lot of single mothers in this world. So that's not information that we need in terms of calculating child support, okay? How many children do you have?
I have a total of 3. I have one with Mr. Walker, and I have 2 with my previous husband.
Okay. All right. Continue. What is your reason for this child living with his mother and you're receiving child support payments? And according to your testimony, you're giving the money to his mother. Is that correct information? Is she giving the money to your mother?
That is incorrect, Your Honor.
She's receiving child support for a child who doesn't even live with her, while making $70,000 a year. The real question is, why should she be cashing in when she already has a solid income? Child support is meant for the child's needs, not to pad a parent's wallet now. The judge is about to make a major ruling that could change everything. But if the system allows this, how many others are getting away with the same thing, though? You think stricter child support rules are needed to prevent this kind of abuse? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Is your mother here today?
She is not. My daughter's actually homesick with the flu. So she's at home with my mother right now.
Okay.
Judge, our daughter Kayla was living with me, and Blaine decided to come get her on the weekends. You know, everything was perfectly fine. She was getting along with the other kids in the house. So when Blaine started to come pick her up, and by the time he dropped her off, she would become so angry. She was fighting the other two kids. So I don't know if he was telling her things, but she would come back very...
Ma'am, there's more information than what I need.
Okay.
The bottom line is this. The child does not live with either of you, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
And you're paying child support currently, but to Ms. Walker.
Correct.
And Ms. Walker, you are not paying child support at all.
No,
correct?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. You said you make $70,000 a year. Does that include any overtime or anything?
That includes overtime, yes it does.
Okay, so I have your gross at $5,833.33. Now, after taxes are taken out, that comes down to $4,625.06. Who pays health insurance for the child?
Blaine
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, how much is health insurance?
In a groundbreaking decision, the court has completely changed the game. Since the child is actually being raised by the grandmother, not the ex-wife, the judge has ruled that child support must now go to the grandmother instead. This is exactly what Mr. Walker has been fighting for, and given the circumstances, it's the fairest outcome. But the real question is, will Miss Walker actually pay up? Or is this just the beginning of another long legal battle? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
For the past year, I've been paying $50 a month.
Okay, how often are you paid?
I'm on I get paid once a month.
So $25 a month, okay. And then you said you have 2 other children
And I
one
pay
child.
mortgage and car note.
Ma'am, he has the same expenses. That means nothing to me. Ms. Walker, your child support is going to be set at $707.28. That includes the $682.28 for child support and $25 for health insurance. Mr. Walker, your $500 payments will be reallocated to your mother. And as I stated, Ms. Walker, that $707.28 will go directly to his mother as well, since that is who the child is living with. Am I right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, is there anything else from either of you? If nothing further, you all are dismissed. Thank you.
Now that the case has been dismissed, do you think the judge made the right call, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? Could Miss McKenna's suspicions be valid, or is she just refusing to accept reality? And what about the accused father's final words? Was he simply defending himself, or is there another layer to this tangled drama? Do you trust the DNA results, or should Miss McKenna keep fighting for the truth? Maybe you think the alleged father is hiding something, or perhaps the judge had no choice but to shut this case down. Let's keep the conversation going. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you love this wild courtroom showdown, don't forget to like and subscribe. There are plenty more shocking twists and unexpected turns coming your way, and trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next. Stay tuned.